Path to dark. Oh, I don't have any lights on in here. Dum 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 dum. Dum. Do, do, do. Take the ribbons from your hair. That'll help it all, but yeah, that's okay. Okay, let's see what it says. Foggy. All right, I need to see stream health. Where is that? This feature. What's that? Manage? Do I want to manage it? No, I really just want to see. I just want to see what the stream health is saying. Create highlight video. No. No. Okay. What's that? Pop out dashboard. See what the dashboard does. Oh, okay. Something's loading. I just want to see what the upload speeds and everything are. Okay, there it is. What we got? Hey, Game Vibes, how you doing? Testing out. I had to get a new modem and new router. It said, well, with the other one, it was saying I was getting like a 2.2 megabits per second upload speeds. Happy Monday. Okay, it's saying the stream's good. Yeah, it seems to be better. Now, on the Ethernet connection, I'm getting like 20 megabits per second upload, but over here on the Wi-Fi, only about 9. But apparently 9's good enough. So we're good there. I've been having to stream from the other computer because the Wi-Fi wasn't working right. Hanging out. Made some business cards this morning. Yep, way too bright. Anyway, fingers in the way. All right, anyway, yeah, making business cards. And I ordered a bunch of my artwork. I'd put them on postcards and had them professionally printed out. So I got this little sign to go up where I'm going to have the postcard selling at. Yeah, technology is a pain sometimes. But just been chilling out all morning. Stayed up till about 5 a.m. Got back up about 9:30 a.m. Yeah, I looked up the price of postcards, and postcards, at the gift shops and stuff, they sell for like $5 and up. So I'm gonna start out at 4 and see how they do. Yeah, I got in there, started playing with graphics and such, and time just kind of slipped away. I found out on the merchandise website I had uploaded the wrong size image, so now I'm having to go back and resize the image on particular items. You learn things. But yeah, I printed these out on it's a cloth. I think it's a cotton. It's like watercolor uh, painting canvas, but it's like a paper. I'm too cheap to go buy business cards. I already had that paper here, so that'll work. It's about like a greeting card stock, a little thicker. And I'm doing other things. I got these cool picture frames. It's just a piece of glass and a back, and it's exactly 8 inches. You cut your picture out, put it in there, and then you just put these little clips on, and it hangs up, and there's no frame or anything around it. That's what I've been printing these out. I'll put these on photo paper to put up in there. That's a this part here is a painting I had done, and then I just had AI add stuff. I just sit there and work with it real slow and tell what I want into the image, and that's another painting I had done, and I'm having fun with it. That's all that matters. Guitar guy. It's so damn shiny. I can't get the. I got to figure out how to get the light right in here. And this one, I swore I wasn't going to paint on my walls, and I painted a 5 foot by 6 foot mural of that on my wall. I can live with it. Yeah, and that's what the headmaster there in the art school said. He said, "You know what really matters most is that you're having fun with it." I says, because most artists aren't going to really make any money, big money. Yeah, it's like people going to Hollywood that want to be actors. Very few of them actually make it. Fortunately for us artists, we get that art degree. We can always get a job at McDonald's. Yeah, I've been seeing some of that about they're taking people's images like old timey actors that have passed away, and they're playing with the idea of bringing them back to life through AI. And it just so happens yesterday a video came up on my algorithm of past actors that uh, wound up having to get regular jobs. It's like one guy that was on Fresh Prince of Bel Air. I guess he was the youngest brother or something. But anyway, he works for Amazon as the delivery guy. And there's about 5 6 of them. Dabney Coleman wound up being a security guard in the parking lot. Hey Phil, how you doing? Live long and prosper. I'm doing good. Looks like my internet's back up and running again. I was just telling Game Vibes that I was getting a fault on my modem, and I was only getting like a 2 megabit upload speed on the Wi-Fi. So I've had to stream on my Ethernet connection for the last few times. But everything seems to be working well. Oh, let's see. I got a few things I could do. So that means it's probably a good time for a nap. What time is it? Oh, 3:30 already. Yeah, this is my fixing shop where I do make guitars and fix guitars, fun things like that, frame up artwork and things. And then my art shop's back yonder. This one's cool. I need to fix. It's a African violin. I guess that's bone or something inlaid on there, but it's an African violin. It's all one solid piece of wood. I've got to make 2 new tuning keys and then make a bow. Just 2 new keys. I can make those out of a piece of 2x4 I got laying around here somewhere. I'll get to it eventually. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some searching to figure out how to tune that thing because it's gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 6-string violin, and I know the Fender tuning app doesn't have a 6-string violin tuner, so I'm gonna have to look around and find out how they're supposed to be tuned. If I get off my butt and get it fixed, I might be able to get $100 for it at the flea market. Maybe tomorrow, or maybe this evening. Yeah, I, my vise used to sit over here, and I moved it because it was in the way of working on the guitars. But now I need the vise because I want to put the wood in the vise, so I can carve the tuning pegs and then saw them off. But it's not there anymore. I got these cool figures out at the flea market. They were $1, little posable figures for our doing artwork. They were $1 a piece. Unfortunately, he only had 3. If he had 4, they'd be doing a YMCA thing. Like everything else, for $1 a piece, I couldn't pass them up. I got a pair of snowshoes, brand new snowshoes out at the flea market. We get snow maybe 1 day a year, but they were only $5. So I got them. Yeah, the only thing I can do now is like 3-letter words. I had ass up there for a while, but yeah, I need to come up with something else for them. I'll think of something. Yeah, it's hard to pass up a good deal like that. Yeah, and then I looked up the snowshoes. They're like $50. $5 was a steal. on the bright side, if climate change kicks in and we go with colder temperatures, I'll be ready. I'll have some snowshoes. Yep. Well, I've had them for about 2 years now, and I can't get $10 out of them. But I keep hoping. Let's see. What else have I found for steel? Oh, I found this for steel a while back. Brought something else too because I know you do art, so I'll show the guitar first since it's the weightiest thing. It's a 1981 Epiphone Genesis Deluxe. Back in the early 80s, Gibson was trying to make Epiphone like a top line guitar, and this was one of their builds. The body's a 2-inch thick solid core mahogany. I got it at the flea market for $60, and then I had to put $50 worth of new parts on it to get it up to par. But I'm seeing them online selling for $1,000 easy. So I got a deal, and I just got to find somebody to purchase it. Now this is something you might appreciate more. It's let's see if we can see it here. Yep. Okay, it's from the 1970s. It's Native American made. It's what they used to sell to the tourists, I guess. But it's sand art. All that's made with sand. It's got sand texture and everything to it. And then on the back, it lists where all the different colors of sand came from, all over America, and some of them from South America. And then it's got a letter from the artist, tells about the dance ritual he's doing and everything. Well, I thought that was pretty slick. Yeah, it's from the 70s too, and then they consider stuff like that and velvet paintings. They consider that outsider art. If you've not been professionally trained, they consider you an outsider artist. But it's gaining in popularity, that and the velvet paintings, and are becoming more valuable. Oh, I forgot. I got 2 more pieces of art that I just got. I think I paid $12.99 a piece for these. I'm not getting rid of them. I'd probably never get what they're worth out of the flea market. I don't know. Can we see that? Easy. There we go. Now the light's not glaring. It's from an artist named Ramon Santiago. And he does a lot of celebrity movie art. And I think this is Johnny Depp from one of those Alice in Wonderland type movies. But it's got the built-in print signature. It's a print. But then he's also signed it himself personally on the outside here. The prints by themselves sell for $150, but with his signature, Google estimates the value at auction would be about $250. I paid $12.99 for it, so I'm good with that. But yeah, that's one I'm keeping. And then this one, you wouldn't think much of it. Let's see if I can get it up in here without. There we go. Have you ever seen the guys that do the spray paint art? That's what this is. And this is from a guy that used to work in New York City named Joshua Moonshine. And his is considered outsider art because he's not professionally trained or anything. But I guess this was back in the 80s or 90s he was doing these. But anyway, Google says the value on this one is about $350 because it's an original piece. So yeah, I like the spacey sci-fi stuff. Surreal. But yeah, Joshua Moonshine is who's done this one. I've always wanted to try that spray paint art. I've watched a bunch of it, but I don't know. It may be beyond my skill level. I don't know. Certainly would take quite a few cans of spray paint to get that good. Yeah, it's a neat frame. I like the frame. I've got it's got a little damage down there in the corner, but I've got uh, this DOS clay stuff. It's like a paper mache mixed with clay, and it dries pretty fast. And you can sand it, and within 6 hours, you can sand it and paint it, and I can put that in there and reshape it to fit the frame and fix all that. But yeah, that's another piece I like. I'm going to keep that too. As you can see out there in the hallway, I mean, that's just the hallway. I got freaking artwork I've done all over the house. But I'm going to start taking some of it down and appreciate other people's art for a while. Game Vibes, you were talking about they did a was it endocardiogram? I think it was called endocardiogram. Have you done the one where they put like the pressure sleeves on your ankles and your wrists, and then they test your blood flow going through there? That's kind of a strange one too. And then they put the little sticky things, the sticky wires all over you too. Yeah, I like looking at other people's artwork because then that inspires me. And that's another thing the art professor said 99% of art is theft because you see something that somebody else is doing and then you steal it and work it into your own art and create your own method, and you've got a whole new thing going on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I get that. Well, I'm fortunate right now because I've got the Medicaid, Medicare, and all that from being disabled. They did a blood test. One blood test was $4,000. That's freaking ridiculous. And then even with the Medicare and all that, um, here recently, we won't go into details as to why, but all my medications and everything have gone up. Yeah, you got to get signed up for it. Definitely need that because your health is important. Yeah, that's crazy. I did one medication when I first became disabled and finally got my disability and Medicare and Medicaid. They wouldn't give me the medication until I had that. It was $92,000 for 8 weeks, one pill a day. And at that time, Medicare and Medicaid covered every cent of it. Yeah, it's crazy because they'll take the same medication, go over to South Africa or someplace like that, and it'll be 89 cents a pill. We give these pharmaceutical companies billions of dollars for research, and then they turn around and charge us out the butt for it. Yeah, that's where the money's at. Big pharma, and cardboard. Talked to one guy. He said he invested in a company called Corrugated Container. He said he had the stock like 5 years and it split 3 times. I guess with all the and that was when Amazon and all that were just starting to do all their deliveries. Well, I'm having fun with the AI and stuff, using my old paintings and trying to get AI to do things with them. That's been fun. Oh boy, yeah, they're trying to build a couple around here too. Yeah, Game Vibe, she does movie night and then detective games. Been playing one detective game called Thousand Doors, The House of the Thousand Doors. I don't know how many of the games are in the series, but it's pretty neat. You have to go around and find clues and hidden objects. It's a lot of fun. And then I think it was Thursday nights or Friday nights. One, she'll show public domain movies, old monster movies, and detective movies and stuff. Well, I'll sit there and watch the movie and add her 2 cents in the chat. I think the last one we watched, they had taken the head off of a scientist. An evil scientist got a hold of another scientist and took his head off and kept him alive. Casablanca. Now, I liked African Queen was a good one too. I hadn't seen that in a while. I might have to go watch it. I've been watching a lot of like the old Charlie Chan and Mr. Moto. I think was Lon Chaney. I think was Mr. Moto, but he was like the Bruce Lee um, not Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan. He was like the Jackie Chan of the day back in the 1940s. He was kind of funny, but he had all these great karate moves. Yeah, and then there was like three different Charlie Chans. I never realized that when I was a kid. And all the Charlie Chans were white. They were white guys. It was okay for the kids to be Chinese or Asian, but it wasn't okay for a Chinese or Asian guy to play the lead back in those days. Yeah, number one son always getting into trouble. Yeah, I saw one Charlie Chan. He had like 12 kids. They went to a carnival, the whole family did. He had a handful. Well, all righty. Well, everything's testing out. That's what I wanted to accomplish here. What's this? It's a cord. Oh, it's a hot glue gun. Duh. All right. All righty. That's it. Yeah, I made some business cards. The lighting in there is terrible. Things like that. Well, I guess I'm going to go get a little snack and go settle down for a nap. Everything's working here. Well, I've got something to